7 hours. 7 hours. 7 hours. Hey, what's up, everybody? So, some loads are just a big pain in the ass. A great example is the load that I'm currently on. So I got to the pickup a couple days ago, and I get there a little early. Let's just say 4 or 5 o'clock. The appointment time is for 7:30 in the afternoon. Load's not ready when I get there. It's supposed to be dropping hook. All right, it's cool. I'm early anyway. It's not a big deal. 7:30 roll around. Load still isn't ready. They're working on it. So I go and sit in front of the trailer. They end up not getting it ready until about 11 o'clock, right before midnight, something like that. Now, at this point, I don't have enough time in order to make the first and the second drop. So I decide, all right, well, since they allow overnight parking, I'm just going to park there. I'll sleep for a couple hours. I get up in the early AM. Now, mind you, I haven't gotten a lot of sleep, but I have completed my 10-hour rest because I was chilling in the sleeper berth most of the time when I was waiting on the load to be ready up until I decided to go to sleep. Now, get to the first drop, no problems. I get there on time. I get the load unloaded within a reasonable amount of time. I'm good. Get to the second drop. Now, I got 3 more drops after the second drop, so keep that in mind. Get to the second drop. I get there an hour and a half early. About 10:30, the appointment was for 12, if I recall correctly. And they hold me for about 7 hours. 7 hours. Took them 7 hours to unload 150 something pieces. 7 hours. The place before them had like 3 to 4 times as much freight, and they did it in less than half the time. Okay, so I'm a little upset about this because they've held me so long now that I don't have enough time to drive to the pilot that I planned on shutting down at before the third drop, which was about 16 miles away from the third drop. But since I don't have enough time on the clock, and I still technically need to get the 10-hour rest because I got third, fourth, and fifth drop that all has to be due today, I end up PCing to the Loves that was about 10 miles up the road, shut down there to finish up the 10-hour rest from the time that I've been sitting there waiting to be unloaded to complete the 10-hour rest. Then once again, drive super early in the AM with very little rest. Now, I do that, I get the rest, I complete it, I start driving early this morning. I get to the third drop on time. I'm technically there early, so I'm there on time. Check in, everything's cool. The third drop holds me up for several hours. I think I sat there for about, let's see, I got there at 6. Yeah, they held me for almost 6 hours. Let's just say 5 hours. Now, because of this, I end up not making the fourth drop appointment time on time. Now, of course, I let dispatch know what's going on ahead of time, and I keep them in mind, keep them updated, let them know what's going on. I send them an ETA once I actually do finally, pay the lumper fees and all this sort of stuff. Now, the funny part about this is you got a lot of these receivers who they will hold you up 7, 12, 15 hours. And you'll ask them, hey, can you put the in out times on the bills? Now, granted, I put it on there myself anyway, but they'll be like, yeah, we don't do that. Okay, well, can I get a signature for the seal? We don't sign anything. And it's funny because these places like this, they're notorious for fighting, paying detention, but they'll hold you forever. Anyway, I digress. I get to the fourth drop. I'm late now because I'm held up by the third drop. So I get to the fourth drop. Fourth drop appointment was technically 12 o'clock. I get there about 12:40. They tell me, yeah, we're done for the day at 12 o'clock, so they want you to come back at 4 a.m. So now I got a trailer with freight in it for the fourth drop and the fifth drop, and I may not be able to go to the fifth drop because the fourth drop's freight is in front of theirs, and they may not be willing to work around the freight because they don't want to accept the liability of taking it off. Anything happens to the freight and putting it back on. Because of this, I'm now sitting at a Love's that's about 5 miles down the road from the fourth drop, waiting for dispatch to get back to me and let me know whether I can actually go not too much you can do. Just communicate with your dispatch, let them handle it, and it is what it is. Yeah, just keep on running. But anyways, hope everybody's being safe out there. Just wanted to talk about what was going on. Let you guys know that sometimes you're going to experience some lows like this, and hopefully you don't, but they do happen. All right, catch you later. Peace. Make sure you click that like button if you haven't subscribed yet. Go ahead and subscribe. It helps the channel, helps get these videos out to people who it could be beneficial to.